If you're gaining weight and don't know why, or you feel stuck no matter what you try, this one habit could completely shift your results. And it's not a diet, a workout, or a supplement. Most people underestimate how much they eat by 30%, and they wonder why they're gaining weight. If you feel stuck, frustrated, or confused about what's happening with your body and your weight, let's focus on that. If you don't know exactly what and how much you're eating, it's nearly impossible to make healthy changes. Before you lose weight, the goal is to stop gaining. And it starts with clarity. I've worked with hundreds of clients, both non-surgical and surgical weight loss, and here's what I know. No one gets results until they get real about what's going on. And the one tool that makes that happen consistently is a food journal. It sounds simple, right? Maybe even too simple, but it's one of the most powerful, effective tools to change your habits that you can use. It isn't about counting every calorie or obsessing over every bite, because the truth is most of us think we're eating in a certain way, but when we put it on paper, the reality can be eye-opening. Let me show you exactly how to use this tool. Not perfectly, just honestly, so you can stop guessing and start making changes that actually work. But first, what is a food journal? Food journaling means writing down everything you eat and drink, plus how much, when, where, and even how you feel. It's time to get factual about your eating habits if you want to achieve real change. No judgment, just be brutally honest with yourself. Let's talk about why food journaling is so effective. Think of journaling your food like balancing your checkbook. If you don't know how much money is in your account, how are you going to pay your bills? The food works the same way. You might not think you're eating much, but until you write it down, you're just guessing. Once you see the numbers, the timing, the emotional triggers, it all starts to make sense. You're not failing, you're just flying blind. That snack you barely remember, it counts. The handful of nuts or a splash of cream in your coffee or tea, yeah, that also counts. It only takes a simple 3-step plan to get started. Step 1, pick your method. What will you use to record your food intake? Are you going to use a notebook and pen, an app, voice notes? It doesn't really matter. Choose what works for you. And use the free apps that are available out there. There's so many of them. There's no need to pay for a membership. Step 2, track your meals and snacks and drinks. What did you eat? How much? When? And where? Why track where? Because if you discover you eat on the couch in front of the TV or at your computer, that will be an area that you want to focus on to break that habit. It's easy to overeat in front of a screen. I know, I'm guilty of it. I eat in front of my computer. Step 3, track how you feel. Were you stressed, celebrating, tired, bored? This will help you figure out if you're eating because you're hungry or something else is going on. Journal if you can right after you eat. Set your phone as a reminder if you tend to forget. To help make this more effective and make it work for you, be honest. If you had a cookie, write it down. Include your feelings. Were you celebrating? Were you at a party? Were you bored? Were you stressed? Keep it simple so it doesn't feel like a chore. Remember, this is for you. No one else gets to read it unless you share it. And I just want to share a story about a client I counseled a few years ago. She wrote everything down that she ate and drank for 3 weeks. When she went to hand it to me, she quickly grabbed it away and tore it up in front of me and started crying. It caught me off guard, as this was the first time this ever happened with a client, but I think it caught her more off guard, knowing the power of what she was about to reveal. She felt very embarrassed. So it didn't matter at that point what she wrote down. What mattered was she wrote it down And that spoke to her in such an emotional way that over the next couple months, she continued to journal, she shared it with me, and she got to her goal weight. Anyway, the point of that story is to just let you know how powerful this tool is. It really does work. Now, it may not make you cry, but you may not want to share it with anyone. Here's what to look for. After 1 to 2 weeks, review your patterns, your gaps, and your stresses. Do you find you skip meals when you're busy? Do you snack more at night? Or maybe around certain people? Did you discover any nutrient gaps, like too many sweets or not enough fiber, or you didn't even eat one vegetable in a week? This is where the magic happens. You start spotting these patterns, these gaps, and this is your insight for the changes that need to be made because you are now gaining the clarity on your eating habits. What to do next? Start making small, smart upgrades. If you're a soda drinker, swap a soda for water at lunch. Maybe add a veggie to your dinner if you find you're slacking there. Hangry is becoming irritable because you haven't eaten. How many people are guilty of that? You could use the scale, but you want to weigh yourself once a week, the same day, same time, same scale, same outfit. But don't let that number dictate the choices for your day. For example, if you see you're down a pound from last week, that doesn't give you the green light to go ahead and eat a brownie and eat cookies because you're just going to gain that pound right back. The same goes for the opposite. If you find you've gained some weight, don't starve yourself to death. Just keep journaling. These changes take time. The other way you could start tracking your changes is by body measurements. You could use a soft tape measure. This is a sewing tape made out of soft, flexible material. You can measure your waist, your hips, your thighs, your arms, your bust, chest, and calves. You want to use the natural markings already on your body, like your moles and freckles, maybe some scars. This will give you long-term accurate awareness into your progress. This is often overlooked as a way of tracking progress because you can lose inches before you lose pounds, and do this monthly. And the other way you can also track is take some pictures. Take two, take one in the front and one in the back and wear the same outfit and do this once a month. This helps you see the transformation, even if the scale doesn't budge. Some common challenges and solutions might be forgetting to journal, so you want to set a reminder. Use your phone or whatever you normally use to help you remember things. If this feels like a chore, try some colorful pens or pencils or even stickers if that's your thing. Explore some different free apps. If you're too tired, record a voice note and log it later. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being aware. You can't change what you don't recognize. Ready to start? Here's your challenge. Track your next meal or snack. That's it. One meal at a time. Add in a full day during the week and then add in a weekend because we do eat differently on the weekend versus the week. Build from there. You'll start making different choices naturally because you're beginning to become aware. Initially though, don't change anything. Just eat the way you normally do and write down what you eat. This is how you take control and make changes without guilt, shame, or diet. You don't need a detox, you need a plan. And it starts with food journaling. It's simple, it's free, and it works. I make mini voice recordings on my phone, take screenshots, and write it down. That works for me, but that took me a long time to discover. I don't journal every day, but when I need a reset, then I start journaling for a little while. You have to find what works best for you. If you found this useful, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more tips on healthy living and wellness. If you want, check out the food journal template I made to help you get started. It's in the link in the description. I don't need your email or name. Just click on it. It's for you to start your journey when you get stuck and need clarity. Let me know in the comments below if you already food journal and what method you use. I'm just curious, and I'm sure everyone who's reading the comments would like to know. Until next time, sage well.